Hello, WKDU Nation. Welcome to the first installment of a series of interviews that I have not had a chance to think of a name for yet. But really, what a way to kick it off. I'm honored to be joined here today by Charlie Wayne and May Kershaw of Black Country New Road. How are you doing
Hello.
today?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good as well. Thanks. How about you?
Um, it's been kind of a stressful morning. I am going to Lollapalooza today.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, I it's kind of hectic, but it'll be fun.
Who's playing at Lollapalooza this year?
Um, Billie Eilish is headlining today, and then tomorrow is Kendrick and the 1975, and then I'm not going the other 2 days, but I know like Lana, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It's a crazy lineup.
Mm.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm really excited.
Sick.
Um, my first question for you guys is kind of how the composition and songwriting process is like, considering there's just so many of you, and I know that kind of the songwriting duties have shifted from Isaac writing most of the lyrics to it going to all of you. And so what is that? What have the writing sessions in the studio have been looking like for, the Bush Hall songs and even what you guys might be working on for the future?
I think that I don't know, when we were first um well, yeah, I think that it still kind of remains largely what it was, when Isaac was writing. Like the lyrics are kind of always primarily done by whoever brings the kind of skeleton of the song to the band. It's still not kind of like we discuss lyrics, or at least broad kind of like lyrical ideas with the rest of the band. It's very much kind of like directed by one person. And so um yeah, I don't know. I think that like the what we sort of did with the live at Bush Hall stuff, it's a little bit more kind of like of a thematic free for all, I guess. Whereas if you kind of have, because there are obviously so many people writing um from a lot of different perspectives, and so I think the aim of the game from for what we're doing kind of next is to try and find a degree of coherence with that, like with all those different voices. And if we can kind of like find a way to write in a way which is emotionally resonant from a lot of different perspectives that kind of seems unified, then that's like obviously uh amazing, but quite a difficult task. So it might take some time and take a little bit of like bodging around, but we're working on it.
Mhm. And May, I know the songs that you've contributed and done vocals on have been very, I like storytelling, and I mean Turbines is just this epic of a 9-minute song. Can you tell us about kind of how that process was for you?
Um, yeah, I think it's been a while. I haven't thought about it in a while. How did they come about? I think with the boy, I just bought the accordion, and I was just yeah, kind of learning simple kind of folk songs. So
Mhm.
I guess maybe the root is in that. Yeah, and then turbines. I don't really know. I don't know how it came about. I think maybe I took a little bit yeah, I think I was doing like I do quite a lot of sight reading, um, like classical stuff. So I think yeah, it kind of maybe came from there. Sorry, that was such a bad
No,
answer.
it's okay. It actually like gives me a good segue. I was gonna ask you guys, like considering a lot of the band's music is inspired by these like classical and Baroque periods, what are some of your favorite composers from those eras?
Um, a favorite composer. I don't know. At the moment, I've been playing through some Mozart sonatas. Um, it's just so satisfying to play. Um, yeah, I don't know who my favorite is though. How about you, Charlie?
I don't listen to a huge amount of like I like with I don't listen to a lot of like Baroque music really. But or I mean I don't know with I uh I listen to quite a lot of like romantic periods like piano music. I like that quite a lot. I don't know. I've listened to uh this is actually really embarrassing. I'm like so much more of a pedestrian like uh than May or like the people that have sort of really studied music. But like I don't know, what have I been listening to? I'm not really sure where the periods start and end, but what period would you let's have a look at my I was listening to a lot of that we were talking about the other day, May, that Ravel, the piano concerto, the one in G minor. What period would that be? I don't know.
Banger.
Yeah, it's a
Banger.
bang.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Um, Other question. Since it was not originally intended to be released on streaming services, was releasing the Bush Hall songs on streaming and physical, was that entirely a business decision, or were there other factors that ended up changing your mind?
I feel like
Uh
you were kind of the only one that was pro
it
putting it
was
on. It
just
was
me.
5 against 1, and yeah, somehow
I
you won.
I think that yeah, May, you and I were kind of on the complete opposite ends of the spectrum, really. Um, I don't know. I think that I stand by it. I there's a part of me that really wishes that it wasn't on Spotify. Like I think, because or at least, I'm glad that we put it out and that it is on Spotify. Because I think that the access to that music on a kind of like, you know, single format, like people can just go and listen to like the songs and be able to kind of like pick it out is I think it generally like a good thing in the way that like it's enjoyable to listen to like a live album from like stop making sense is like a full it's the film is the thing, but also the different tracks are things that you kind of want to be able to go back and listen to in a way which is kind of easy. But I'm also like, yeah, really conscious of the fact that it's not an album. None of us think of it as an album. Um, and like, I don't really think that it is like representative of, what we would like in terms of, wherever, we go sort of forward. But like, I guess you just kind of like, in a way we sort of like had to do it, or at least we were kind of like, strongly encouraged that if we were able to do the things that we have done this year, which have been really cool and like uh yeah really fun, like you kind of had to like do it to some extent, I think. And I think that it has paid dividends, I guess. And like it's always nice to like to have people coming to your shows and knowing the songs and like singing along to the songs. I think that is like something cool. And I don't know whether it necessarily would have had like that some kind of like same impact if it had just been like limited to um the film. But then ultimately that is the thing, that's what we kind of wanted to do in the first place. I don't know, it's complicated.
I do. I remember in the period of time between the film coming out and the streaming release, like me and all of my friends were passing around like Google Drive links that we found on Reddit of like the sectioned off songs to upload onto whatever streaming service we use. So I don't know, maybe people would still like have consistently gone back to it because of the accessibility of that, but that's definitely a factor to consider, especially with the tour following.
Yeah, I think it would have made like this year maybe more difficult kind of going around and touring, knowing that like sort of all of the songs we're playing are still the songs which kind of like aren't accessible in the most like immediate way, I
Mhm.
think. But then, I don't know. It's yeah, kind of is what it is, I guess. But
What
I
do you
mean,
guys,
you don't want to like, you don't want to like just totally distance yourself from it, because it's also like these are songs that like I think we're all really proud of, and it's like yeah, I'm not sure.
for sure. What are you guys most excited for on the upcoming tour in the US?
Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I've not been to basically any of the places apart from where we did last time, which was, I think it's just New York and LA, right? That's the same.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Where else is new?
Oh, and San Francisco, we've been there before.
Um, yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're going to so many places.
I wrote them all on my calendar today, and like there are so many places that we're going to. It's a lot. I think it'll be nice. We're going to a lot of really cool places, like loads of like really, really nice places. I don't know. We've got a little bit more time in Los Angeles. It'd be nice to kind of like to spend some time there, I guess. And we're going to spend a little bit more time in New York once it's sort of over. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. No specifics though.
I'm seeing you guys at Talia Hall in Chicago, and it's a gorgeous venue. It's been a minute since I've seen a show there, but you'll get some kind of chalk art on the wall that's like in between the steps to get up to the like main venue area. So I said to my friend that I'm going with, I'm like, what I'm interested to see what they do for the chalk wall, because it's like, are they gonna draw all six of them? Are they gonna draw the logo? I'm not sure. But um
Cool. I
also,
thought you
speaking of your calendar, Charlie, what does the puffin picture look like this month?
It's
Oh,
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
that's
So
lovely.
it's just amongst some like nice like uh flora and fauna. Um yeah, my mum got really uh I'm not even really sure like where the whole thing kind of came from. My mum just I think like ended up getting me a bunch of gifts which involved puffins for some reason. I think I mentioned them once, and then all of a sudden that was kind of it. Um so yeah, it's nice though. It's a cool calendar.
It is. I enjoy seeing the pictures on Twitter every now and again.
Yeah, I think like that she also uh yeah, I didn't post one last month or this month, and she got kind of because I was away in Norfolk, and she was like, you haven't got a photograph of that online, you need to put it.
Is
But I think
another question. How did you guys come up with the three themes for the Bush Hall shows? I was personally a very big fan of the Italian murder mystery.
Those are mostly done by Lewis and Luke, I believe. So the kind of plots, which I actually really struggle to explain to people when someone asks. Yeah, yeah, it was basically them. I think we all chipped in for the character names. But, yeah.
Do you remember what your character names were?
I mean mine were all Wegham or a variation thereof, the name Wegham.
I think I
Which
was
is
Gingham for one of them.
oh yeah, you are Gingham for Iron Alfredo No Ghosts.
Other names
I don't know. Were you Charlotte's Web?
could have been Charlotte's Web, yeah.
Yeah. And I can't remember. I can't remember what you were for the final one. Who knows? Someone will be able to tell us.
I'll put it like in big letters on the screen. I'll do my research.
Thank you.
Okay. And how has the friendship and camaraderie between everyone, how has that evolved over time with the band as you guys have gotten more attention and all of this acclaim and have started touring around the world and everything?
I don't think the friendship has changed that much.
I wouldn't really say it's sort of changed at all.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's nice to be able to do it with your friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really nice to be able to do it with your friends. I think it would be really hard to do it with people that you kind of like don't get on with, because you're kind of around them a lot. And I think it's also really good to do it with people who are like, I guess, it's like to do with quite a lot of people, so you can kind of just like split up and you can have a little bit of time to yourself if you need it, or someone's always up for doing something, and someone's always in a good mood if someone's in a kind of tired mood, so you can there's always something to perk one other up, I guess. It's nice.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see. Do you guys have any plans for after this leg of the tour?
Yeah. More touring.
After that.
Sure. I've booked a driving test, hopefully.
Have you?
Learn how to drive, yeah, for I think December.
Is it in Cambridge?
Cambridge, yeah.
Nice. That'll be class.
Yeah, so when we get back from Europe, I'm going to try and like do it really intensively.
Have you done your theory already?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's running out actually in December,
Is
so
it?
that's what I have to do.
Got it. I think I think that'll be great. It's a good time of the year to do it.
Yeah, slippy roads.
Yeah, but I did mine in January. It was, yeah, sleepy roads. People having it's quiet, relaxed.
Is the driving test to get a license renewed or to I don't know the system over there.
This is my first time.
Very exciting.
Yeah. We don't really need to drive very much like in Cambridge or London, so there's not really any need. But thought I should.
Yeah, it's good to have.
Yeah.
Also, Charlie, I was going to ask about what happened with your cyber attack.
What so? Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. What, in Brazil? I can't remember who it was, but someone tweeted something from my account that was entirely unsavory.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I think it was Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah.
In Brazil.
In Brazil, yeah. Vis-a-vis me doing something in the bathroom, in the dressing room, which I would not have done out of politeness. And yeah, it was just a terrifying false representation of myself online, which I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. So yeah, that's what that was. Me and Georgia haven't spoken since.
Yes, and my last question, I think, is just how has it felt to like continue this hot streak of acclaim just like year after year with each of the albums, especially it's very impressive that you all have been able to, put out a record's worth of new material every year these past 3 years. Is there pressure that comes along with that, or is it mostly just appreciation that people are listening and enjoying, or a mix of both?
Yeah, I mean, no, sorry, May, you go, please.
No, please, after you, after you.
Okay, I'll go quickly, then you can say your bit. Yeah, it feels good. There's a bit of pressure, but it's just nice knowing that people are listening to the music, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was going to say, basically word for word.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Okay.
it's all right. Trying to think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me. This was lovely. And I will see you guys on tour.
See you on,
Yes,
are you coming to
yeah.
the Chicago show then?
Yeah.
Nice one. Cool. We'll see you there. I hope
Have a
we're
great
not, yeah.
festival.
Yeah, have a great time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.